Have you ever wondered what it would be like to step away from the chaos of modern life? No smartphones, no trends, just a life of purpose and simplicity? Today, we're exploring the world of Amish women whose timeless rules offer a glimpse into a life of deep tradition and meaning. Join us for 10 fascinating insights that might just inspire you to rethink what truly matters. Let's begin. Welcome to Living Frugal, where we uncover the beauty of lives lived differently. If you're new here, please subscribe and join us as we dive into stories that inspire. Today, we're stepping into the serene world of Amish women, a community rooted in faith, family, and simplicity. Their lives are guided by 10 remarkable rules that shape everything from their appearance to their daily routines. These rules might seem unusual to us, but they reveal a profound commitment to a life free from modern distractions. They challenge us to consider what a simpler life could mean for our own sense of purpose. Let's explore them together. Hair never cut, a sacred glory. First, let's talk about hair. Amish women never cut their hair, ever. From childhood to old age, their hair grows untouched, often reaching past their waists, sometimes even to their knees. This practice is rooted in a biblical teaching from 1 Corinthians that calls a woman's hair her glory, a sacred gift from God. Cutting even a single strand is seen as a sin, a rejection of divine design. Every morning, they dedicate time to carefully brush their long, heavy hair, often using handmade wooden combs, and pin it into a tight bun beneath a prayer cap. There are no salons, no dyes, no curling irons or blow dryers, just a simple routine that fosters unity across their community. This practice isn't just about appearance, it's a daily act of devotion, a reminder of their faith and commitment to humility. For many Amish women, their uncut hair is a source of quiet pride, connecting them to generations of women before them. Could embracing such a simple, unchanging approach to our appearance bring a sense of peace and continuity to our lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. No makeup or jewelry. Embracing natural beauty. Rule number 2. Amish women don't wear makeup or jewelry, not even a wedding ring. In a world where the beauty industry generates over $500 billion annually, Amish women embrace their natural appearance without any enhancement. This stems from their belief in demut, or humility, where drawing attention to oneself through adornment is considered prideful, a gateway to vanity. On their wedding day, an Amish bride looks much like she does every day. No mascara, no earrings, no glittering accessories, just her authentic self framed by a plain dress and prayer cap. This choice frees them from the societal pressure to meet ever-changing beauty standards, allowing them to focus on inner character. Interestingly, this rule also fosters a sense of equality within the community, as no one stands out based on appearance. For them, it's not a limitation, but a liberation from the endless cycle of trends and comparisons. What might we gain by letting go of society's expectations about how we should look? Could a focus on authenticity over appearance bring us closer to true contentment? Let's discuss below. Handmade clothing with strict guidelines. Rule 3. Every piece of clothing an Amish woman wears is handmade, following strict community guidelines known as the Ordnung. These unwritten rules dictate every detail: fabric types, often sturdy cotton or wool; colors, typically muted blues, greens, or purples; and even precise hem lengths and sleeve designs. A single dress can take 5 to 7 hours to sew, and most women own just 3 or 4, each crafted with meticulous care.
These clothes aren't just practical, they're a profound symbol of belonging to their community. Subtle differences, like the width of an apron's strings or the shape of a cap, signal which specific Amish settlement a woman calls home, creating a visual language of identity. Young girls learn to sew from their mothers, mastering these skills by age 12, often cutting fabric without patterns, relying on memory and tradition. This rejection of fast fashion and trends eliminates the stress of keeping up with appearances, offering a wardrobe that's both functional and meaningful. Could this simplicity inspire us to rethink our relationship with clothing and consumption? Share your thoughts.
Mandatory head coverings. Always. Rule 4. Amish women wear head coverings at all times, from the moment they wake until they sleep. These prayer caps, often white and made of lightweight fabric, are pinned to a mesh cap underneath to ensure every strand of hair remains hidden. Whether they're tending fields, worshiping in church, or even giving birth, the cap stays on, serving as a constant symbol of modesty and faith. The cap's style varies slightly between communities. Some use pleated designs, others plain, and these differences act as a visual marker of their specific group, almost like a uniform of belonging. This practice is rooted in biblical teachings about modesty and submission, but it also creates a shared ritual that binds women together across generations. The act of pinning the cap each morning is a deliberate moment of reflection, reinforcing their commitment to their values. For many, it's a source of comfort and identity. How might such a consistent, meaningful ritual shape one's sense of purpose in our fast-paced world? Let us know in the comments. Wedding dresses, practical and timeless. Rule 5. Amish wedding dresses break every modern tradition we've come to expect. Unlike the pristine white gowns that dominate wedding imagery today, Amish brides choose dresses in practical, earthy colors like blue, purple, or burgundy, shades that blend beautifully with their humble surroundings. These dresses aren't worn just for a single glamorous day, but become a cherished garment worn every Sunday to church for the rest of a woman's life, evolving into a lasting symbol of her marriage and commitment. Often, the bride herself painstakingly sews this dress by hand, pouring hours of effort into a creation free of lace, veils, or any embellishments, just a sturdy fabric designed to endure the test of decades with grace. The sewing process can stretch over weeks, filled with careful stitches and constant checks to ensure it aligns perfectly with the community's strict ordnance standards, reflecting their deep-rooted values. When an Amish woman passes away, she's often laid to rest in this very dress, marking both the joyful beginning and the peaceful end of her married life. This approach stands in stark contrast to our culture's obsession with disposable, one-time-use items, instead championing endurance, purpose, and meaning over fleeting extravagance. For Amish brides, this dress is far more than a wedding outfit. It's a lifelong testament to their vows. What can we learn from such enduring, practical choices in a world where trends come and go in the blink of an eye? Share your thoughts below. Work centered at home, a sacred calling. Rule 6. Amish women's work revolves entirely around the home, a striking departure from the lives of the 70% of American women who juggle careers and family responsibilities. Their days kick off before the first light of dawn and stretch well past dusk, brimming with a rich tapestry of demanding tasks, cooking hearty meals for large families, often numbering 10 or more, tending sprawling gardens to secure food for the entire year, canning hundreds of jars of fresh produce with meticulous care, sewing every stitch of the family's clothing by hand, and keeping the home spotless without the aid of modern appliances like washing machines or vacuums. Some of these women even weave income into their lives through home-based ventures, such as selling exquisitely crafted quilts, freshly baked goods, or delicate handmade crafts, though these efforts are always thoughtfully integrated around their primary domestic duties. For them, managing the household isn't seen as a limitation, but as a sacred duty, deeply rooted in their belief that the home serves as the beating heart of family and community life. This unwavering focus crafts a rhythm of purpose and stability, shielding them from the distractions and ambitions that dominate modern existence. Many Amish women embrace their role as a divine calling, one that nurtures the survival and unity of their loved ones with every action. Could prioritizing family and home bring us closer to a deeper sense of fulfillment in our own fast-paced lives? Let's hear your thoughts and discuss together.
No photographs, no visual legacy. Rule 7. Amish women live their lives without photographs. No selfies, no family portraits, not a single captured moment. This practice springs from their interpretation of the biblical command against graven images, which they believe prohibits creating likenesses of people, honoring a spiritual boundary that guides their daily choices. Many of these women have never glimpsed their full reflection, relying solely on small hand mirrors for the simplest grooming needs, a habit that shapes their identity in profound ways. This absence of visual feedback shifts their focus away from appearance, anchoring it instead in their actions, their faith, and the contributions they make to their community. When an Amish woman passes away, no photographs remain to tell her story. Her legacy endures through the quilts she lovingly stitched, the gardens she nurtured with her hands, the meals she prepared with care, and the warm memories etched in the hearts of those who knew her. This tradition strips away the modern obsession with documenting every fleeting second, offering instead a life unburdened by the pressure to achieve photogenic perfection. It invites us to ponder a deeper question. What truly defines our identity? Our image frozen in time, or the impact we leave behind? Imagine a life where no photograph of yourself exists. What might that mean for how you perceive yourself and your place in the world? Share your reflections in the comments.
Faceless dolls, a lesson in humility. Rule 8. Amish dolls are uniquely faceless. These handmade cloth toys, dressed in miniature versions of Amish clothing, lack eyes, mouths, or any facial features, a deliberate choice to honor the belief that only God holds the power to create human likenesses. For Amish girls, these faceless dolls are far more than playthings. They serve as gentle teachers of humility, instilling the timeless lesson that inner character outweighs outward appearance in value and worth. Mothers and grandmothers craft these dolls with tender care, often repurposing scraps from family dresses to weave personal meaning and history into each stitch. To those outside this culture, the blank faces might seem strange or even a touch unsettling. But for the Amish, they embody a core value of rejecting vanity and embracing a life of simplicity. This cherished tradition begins shaping young girls' understanding of identity from the earliest ages, placing kindness, faith, and integrity above the superficial allure of beauty. What valuable lessons could we draw from toys that redirect our focus from the outside to the inside? How might adopting such a perspective transform the way we raise and guide our children in today's image-obsessed world? Let's discuss this together below. Button restrictions, simplicity in details. Rule 9. Many Amish communities impose strict restrictions or outright bans on buttons for women's clothing, favoring straight pins or hooks and eyes to fasten their garments instead. This practice traces back to historical roots, as buttons were once linked to worldly fashions and military uniforms, symbols of pride and conflict that the Amish firmly reject. Picture the gentle care it takes each morning to pin your dress with precision, ensuring it stays secure throughout a long day of physical labor without any risk of harm. Some communities allow plain buttons in subdued colors like black, but only under rigorous conditions, while others uphold a total ban that applies to both men and women alike. This seemingly minor rule reveals how even the smallest facets of daily life are governed by faith and the unwavering standards of their community. It serves as a beautiful reminder that every choice, no matter how ordinary, can carry profound meaning and purpose. For the Amish, simplicity in details like clothing fasteners reinforces their dedication to a life free from excess and distraction. What small, meaningful changes in our daily routines could reflect our own deeper values? Submission in marriage, a traditional role. Rule 10. Amish women vow to submit to their husbands, who take the lead as the head of the household, making decisions that range from major life choices like relocating to everyday tasks such as managing the home. This traditional role is deeply embedded in their faith, drawing inspiration from biblical teachings that outline the structure of family life with clarity and purpose. Women do not vote on church or community matters, as their perspectives are expected to align with their husbands, fostering a unified front that strengthens the family unit. For the Amish, this isn't about oppression, but a deliberate effort to support family and community cohesion, with each spouse fulfilling a divinely appointed role that complements the other. Marriages are viewed as partnerships built on mutual duty and shared responsibility rather than solely on romantic fulfillment, a perspective that stands in sharp contrast to modern ideals of equality and constant negotiation. Many Amish women raised within this system see their role as a natural and sacred part of existence, a legacy passed down through the wisdom of their mothers and grandmothers. What can we learn from their emphasis on shared purpose and defined roles within a family? How might this outlook challenge or enrich our own relationships in today's complex world? Share your thoughts below. These 10 rules paint a vivid and captivating picture of a life deeply rooted in faith, simplicity, and community. A world entirely distinct from our own, yet brimming with lessons that resonate across time. Amish women demonstrate that true meaning can be discovered by letting go of modern pressures, embracing a life filled with purpose rather than distraction. Their thoughtful choices challenge us to pause and reflect on what truly matters in our lives, our faith, our families, or the pursuit of something deeper and more enduring. Which of these rules spoke to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's reflect together on how these insights might inspire positive changes in our own journeys. If this glimpse into the Amish way of life has moved you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more stories like this. Thank you for joining us on Living Frugal, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.